What's going on, everybody? Evan here with Evan's Detailing and Polishing. Of course, you guys know Time to Shine as well. But what you guys don't know, some of you don't know, is that I also run truck shows. We've been doing it for a number of years now. This year has gotten kind of spiraled out of control, but it's been a fun ride. This weekend, I want to kind of show you guys a little bit behind the scenes of what we do when we run truck shows as well. I learned years ago that polishing at every show didn't make sense, but I enjoyed the shows and I wanted to do more of it. A few years ago, the Maybury truck show had asked me to get involved. They were struggling starting up their new show and wanted to have some direction on what would work for shows. And I stepped in and helped them orchestrate that one, and I instantly fell in love with it. Years back, I had helped Waupun with their stuff, and then Tony Justice had picked me up to help him completely run the show. And after that, it spiraled into Maybury again. Last year, we ended up helping a bunch of different shows, and then this year, we started off the season with 5 shows that we were going to do, and we ended up with 9 now that we're working and helping with. So I'm excited to see where this is headed, and I want to keep doing these things. So come along with me. We're going to check it out and see the entire layout of the weekend. We're out here at the Kaiser Trucking. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
So your grandpa didn't want to do this.
No.
So I dragged you into it. I'm sure you didn't want to do it either.
He's not a talker, neither is my dad.
You know, which is crazy to me, because every chance I get to talk to them, they always talk to me.
They're not real modest.
Yeah.
They don't like to talk about like the shows and stuff because they don't like to talk. People think they got a lot and all this stuff, so they just not much into it.
And I get that, because a lot of people think I come from a rich family too, and it's not the case. Like,
Yep.
I've had a long conversation with your grandpa. He is as humble as the day is long.
Yeah, hard worker too.
Oh, working man, just a working man. Where did this all start? Like, your grandpa started it, your dad started it, who started it?
My pawpaw started it. He had some tandems years ago when he was working on the railroad, and my dad was real little, and then they built up. He finally bought a couple of tractors, and then my dad started driving. He drove some tandems. Hell, he was loading tandems when he was probably 10, 11 years old, and running them back and forth from their house over to the quarry.
Really?
And then after that, they finally got more into tractors, bought more tractor and trailers and kind of got out of the tandem game. And it's just progressed from then. Then my dad, I can't remember exactly what year he bought his first truck, but I'm thinking it was the mid-'70s when my pawpaw first bought a tractor. And then or late 70s. And then through the 80s, Dad just drove for him, you know, when he was younger, or 90s. And then Dad bought his first truck. I'm going to say it was early 90s somewhere.
Really?
And then he started just adding on. And
it's grown into what you have now.
It's grown into what we got now. At one time, I think we had 41. And we sold a couple here and there. And
so your dad has 18 now?
Yes.
And your grandpa has 18 right
yes.
now? So you guys have 36 together?
37, counting mine.
37 including yours?
Yep.
So you have just one?
Just one.
So you're starting?
Just starting.
So you got a long road to catch up to Dad.
Yeah, I really didn't. I mean, I've always worked here, but I played ball, so I kind of was out of the trucking game up until I was probably 20.
Okay.
So I kind of got a later start than Dad.
Sure.
But I knew what I was going to do. I went to school and I sit there, and where I went to college at, I was 15 minutes from my pawpaw's real site.
Sure.
And I skipped class almost every day to go work with him. So I knew what I was going to do, but just I was a little later getting into it.
None of the three of you could anybody ever say you guys aren't hardworking. Like, I've been here since yesterday, and I've seen your dad running a pressure washer. I've seen him running a buffer to polish out some back doors on one of these trailers.
Yep.
I've seen him grabbing wrenches. I've seen him answering phone calls, making sure loads are getting jockeyed around, moved around, so that everybody still keeps moving. I've seen your dad do every bit of everything.
Yep.
And you're the exact same. Every time I see you at a show, you're always wiping on something. You're always making sure you guys are well represented. And that's really what really drew me to you guys, is that you guys are just regular people. And those are the people I like to be around.
My dad's one of those people, and well, my pawpaw is too. And I guess they instilled in me, we like to do our own stuff.
Mm-hmm.
We just kind of, I mean, I know you helped us at Louisville, and really appreciate that, and helping us here at the show. But as far as like cleaning trucks and stuff, I mean, he's got his way he wants to do it, and he likes to do it himself.
But you guys do a lot of the mechanic stuff in-house.
We do everything. We got a couple of guys that come here to help us do motors, but we even do most of our motor work, like rear ends, clutches, transmissions, everything big. We do it here. I don't know of really anything other than maybe getting some of our cattle trucks that don't make it here all the time get greased on the road and stuff.
Yep.
But everything else, we do it right here in-house.
So I got to ask you, why such nice trucks? That's the hot topic item. Like, why such nice trucks? Like, you guys haul some nasty, nasty stuff. A lot of coal. You were telling me glass, fertilizer.
Yep.
I mean, you've got really nice polished trailers and all kinds of nicely polished trucks, beautiful trucks. Why such nice stuff to haul such nasty stuff?
I guess it's just pride. There's not a lot of, there is some really nice trucks around our area that people don't get to see.
Yeah.
But really, I'm going to say the backbone of it is right here, just because Dad and Papa's always had nice equipment, not to show off. Just it's better for DOT. It's better for everything. If you keep your stuff in good shape, it just like the stuff that we haul, people, you know, DOT when they see a dump trailer or a cattle trailer, you know, it catches their eye.
Yep.
So if you keep them in good shape, keep them clean, keep everything maintenance up, you have a lot less trouble. And he's tried to tell me that for years, and he's told other people that, and they don't understand. But it makes a big difference.
And you keep your truck nice too. I mean, you had told me what kind of shape you had gotten it in.
Yeah.
But it looks outstanding.
Yeah. I hauled coal for about a year and a half in Kentucky, West Virginia, and down through here in Virginia. And hell, it's been in this deep of coal mud numerous days. And
That's
usually every evening, and everybody that I hauled with would make fun of me. And I usually was a lot slower to try to keep mine cleaner.
Yeah.
But usually every evening, Dad would meet me right here, and we would spray my truck off every single day when I get done working.
You know, last year at Maybury, we were standing out looking at the retaining wall that Bottomley's had put up in front of their chrome shop. And while we were standing out there, there was a driver, a local guy that I was standing there talking to about how beautiful the area was and stuff. And one of the Kaiser trucks had come around the corner, coming up that hill there. And he goes, up, Kaiser truck. I said, how do you know that? It's like a mile out yet. He goes, nah, those beautiful trucks, that's a Kaiser truck. And I laughed because as soon as you guys pulled up, it was.
Right.
And I was like, how did you notice it that far away? He's like, them boys, they keep their stuff nice. Like, you can spot them a mile away.
Well, you know as well as anybody, your own business.
Yep.
If you're successful, you got to lay with it.
Yep.
And my dad, more than any of the rest of us, is here 7 days a week. And I don't like bragging on him.
Yeah.
But I'll brag on him.
You should brag on him. 100% you should.
He's a different animal. I mean, he's like, I don't have in me what he's got. I mean, I try.
He's an animal.
I try, but he's just.
I hope I'm still doing what I'm doing now at his age.
Right,
like
me too. And even my papa, he lives in Abingdon. He drives 30, 45 minutes over here every single day. And I think he's 76. And
I think that's what he said.
And
76.
he drives over here every single day. And he used to work. He had a rail site in Glade Springs, and he worked it every day, beat on them rail cars, and he's been a tough one too. And if I even live up to half of what they've done, I feel like I've done pretty good. You know.
You will. They've put a lot of family values into you. You can tell. Like, you and I have become friends now. Mm-hmm. And we've talked on a very personal level a number of times, and I can tell you, like, I can see it from my side that you've got a lot of the same values they've got, and that's not something that just falls off or goes away. Like, you're gonna kill it, and you're gonna succeed in what you're doing as well. But
you miss out on you miss out on a lot of stuff when you do this.
Yep.
But when you come in here on a Sunday evening, all these trucks are washed, and every driver on this job, when they get in their truck, when they go down the road, they know what they got.
I was just telling Elwood that earlier. I'm like, his truck, you guys keep that thing so nice.
Yeah.
You wouldn't believe he puts the miles on that he does every week, and into the stuff that he's in every week.
And he does. He puts a lot of miles on.
He told me 3,000 this week, and he's home early so to get to the show.
Yeah, by Wednesday night. Yeah. Yeah, he's a good worker.
That's hustling.
And we got a lot of good workers. We got a lot of good guys that take. It takes good drivers to make what we got. I mean, you come across some that don't care.
Yeah,
and it's hard to deal with. But now we have been very blessed with people. This area has been good to us as far as being good old country boy truck drivers. Yeah. I mean, that take care of trucks, know how to drive one, know how to take care of the inside. And
I was going to say, most of the insides, a lot of them got wood floors, a lot of them got
Yep.
wood dashes,
Yep.
chrome bezels, all that stuff. Some of them, the one that I looked at earlier, you were telling me the guy had so many miles on it. He didn't even have a scratch in the door panel on the chrome from grabbing the door handle or nothing. Like, that's pretty rare.
He's drove for us for 30-some years, and he can drive a truck 600,000 miles, and it's like a new one when you get in it. I mean,
that is outstanding.
He's an unreal truck driver.
Well, I appreciate you taking the time with me, but we're gonna sit down here with your mom here in a minute, and
I'm sorry.
find out a little bit more about where the show started and where it's headed and where it came from. But I wanted to get a little bit of the trucking history.
You're gonna go from
it.
extreme. My pawpaw may not want to talk all the time. My dad's even worse. I'm a little bit better, and then my mom's gonna talk your ear off.
Melissa, I'm not 100% sure why you brought me in. You guys got this thing pretty well figured out, but I'm here to help.
Yeah, you're gonna be running the show. We need help.
I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to it. So I want to ask you about the show specifically. When did it start?
This is our 4th year.
Fourth year.
Our 4th annual.
And why did you start it?
Well, we were just I tell you what, we were at Fitzgerald's show, semi-casual.
Yeah.
And Austin's like, Mom, we should do this in our community, in our town, because nobody's ever had one, near us. And it's hard to raise money for different things here because, so few businesses and different things. So I was like, well, okay, we can try it. And it just kind of started from there. And it's done awesome.
And the city is so supportive.
Oh, they're great. The town is wonderful.
I mean, I saw a huge banner across town. Like,
they're wonderful. They also donate. They're a big sponsor for the show.
Really?
Yeah.
The city?
Yep, the mayor. He's great.
Really?
And the town council. One of the guys that passed away last year was a former driver of ours. He's on the town council.
Really?
And he passed away last year with cancer. And actually, our antique trophy this year is in his memory. And he was a sweet, sweet guy. And he helped me so much with the town to get this started. So we're really going to miss him this year.
That's too cool.
Yeah.
And who do you donate it to?
We donate to the Go Team at Rosedale Baptist Church.
Rosedale Baptist Church.
And
okay.
that's exactly what they do. The Go Team, they go everywhere. Mostly they try to keep it 3/4 surrounding counties, but they go actually everywhere out of state and just help those in need, disaster relief, just whatever the need is.
And has the show always donated to that?
We have. That's our home church.
Okay.
And it's a deacon-led ministry. And we know all the guys that work, just good, hard-working, I don't want to say old men, guys if you're watching, but they're a little older. But they're just a good group of men. You'll get to meet them tomorrow, and they're going to do like a little slideshow at the dinner and stuff. So, but they really appreciate this and how far it reaches.
And your show's literally got everything. You guys have a large kid zone.
Yeah, we have a great kid zone. We're going to have rock walls, bouncy houses, Food City Buggy's going to be there. Just lots of things for the kids. Power Wheels Parade.
You guys do the Power Wheels
Yep.
Parade. I'm actually really super excited for the Power Wheels Parade.
Cool. Yeah, they have such a good time. And we let them all name their rides, so when they come down through the parade, we can announce them and the name of their car and give them a medal. They have a lot of fun.
There's not a lot of shows left that cater to the kids anymore. I mean, everybody lets people bring kids, but they're not really catered to it because they want to keep them away from a lot of the really nice trucks, which I understand.
Yeah,
there's a lot of money involved in some of these trucks.
I do too. But we also can kind of divide it up and give them a little bit of opportunity too to kind of be themselves and have a good time.
Yep.
If you separate it a little bit.
So I think it's cool that you do the Power Wheels thing and it keeps the kids involved and maybe building future truckers.
Oh goodness, yes.
Great. I'm really looking forward to the show this weekend.
We are absolutely stoked to have you here.
Well,
and helping us out, and Lauren, and we're excited.
I hope we still feel that way on Sunday.
We will. We will.
Because I'm really looking forward to it.
I make a point of that. We will.
I'm really looking forward to that. It's gonna be good.